Good evening. Welcome back, everybody. YouTube. Hello, all my YouTube peeps. Welcome back to Workshop Taz for another misguided adventure. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. I ordered a couple products from Cyberweld, and first of all, they messed up. They sent me exactly what I ordered in a timely manner, so I don't suggest buying from these people. And furthermore, I was ordering this on my cell phone. I didn't quite pay attention to what, I knew what I wanted, but there was a particular word in there, the word adapter, that I apparently didn't pay attention to when I bought these products. They're going to work, but they weren't quite what I expected, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. And actually, I'm not sponsored by Cyberweld, but they're these little guys right here. Hang on a second. And look them up online. I've had good luck with them, even if they do send me the wrong part that I ordered. So anyway, here's what I got. Here's the subject right here. It's this little guy, and it's a Chicago Electric welding. They don't make this little guy anymore. Let me spin this puppy around. This is, and I have to do it this way. I wanted my smaller tripod, and I was just going to put it all over the place, and now I can't find it because it's probably right where I put it, where the hell that was. So this is a little guy we're working on, and they don't make this anymore, but this particular unit does work. It seems to work rather well. But you see those itty bitty little Dinse plugs I got in there? You see those little guys? Well, here's the problem that you're up against when you, hold on, I'll be right back. It comes gleefully equipped with the equally matching itty bitty Dinse plug, but you got this, like, I don't know, 4 foot, if even, maybe 4. Let's see something here. Oh wow, okay, so maybe 5 foot. Well, maybe 6 foot. Anyway. But you're limited. So if you have this unit, you don't have enough table space. You got to either set it on the ground or on a bench or something, and kind of keep it away. It doesn't give you a whole lot of room for welding. And unfortunately, the ground unit is shorter than the stick. By the way, this is a inverter, Chicago Electric 145 MMA 165 TIG. It's a TIG stick machine. Oh yeah, here we go. So the ground is even shorter. So it leaves a lot to be desired. The ground clamp's not too bad. The stick lead is okay. You know, it's got lots of grip. Not the greatest thing in the world, but it does the job. It works. It works for what it is. It's too bad they don't still make that machine. But what I would like to do is to be able to use the stuff off of either my Lincoln or my Vulcan, and they have the, I don't know, these are the Dinse 25s and those are the Dinse 10s, or so, I can't remember the number, but maybe that's the smaller Dinse plugs, and we have great, you know, there's more here. So you guys get what I'm getting at. Also, I noticed the Horrible Freight titanium welders seem to have the same teeny tiny little plug, and I thought, well, if I ever get a titanium, I would want to be able to use, just so wherever you just grab this. I got these all over the place, so I can grab off the Lincoln, off the Vulcan, and I'm going to have 8 feet or 6 feet or 7 feet, whatever the heck these are, of cable. It gives me enough room to put the machine back. I don't have to set it on the table and weld right next to it, which I don't like to do. So back to Cyberweld. So I got on Cyberweld, and I was going to originally just get the replacements for these. Remove these little guys here. Probably have to hog out the hole inside and then rebolt rebolt the new ones up there, and then I'm good to go. Well, so when I was online on the phone looking for that stuff, I found it. But remember that one word I was telling you guys about called adapter? Well, as I was ordering it, I noticed that back here there's no threads. But in the picture, they kind of have it off something like this. And I thought, well, maybe they're just using one picture product for all their products. And I tried to relook to see if they had one that was a bolt-on, and it's not. So I went ahead and ordered them, and they came, and when I pulled them out, I thought there's no threads on there. I went, uh-oh, and I said, oh, it's a little bitty adapter, as it said in the description that obviously I didn't pay attention to. So with that, I thought, well, you know, maybe this will be a good thing, and maybe it won't be. Now, one of the things I want to point out to you guys, if you do decide this is something you want to see, you got a titanium welder or some other brand of welder that has the smaller DINS plugs, and you'd like something, maybe you've got bigger stuff off of a Lincoln or a Vulcan or whatever welder you got, and it's got the bigger DINS, and you'd like to use them on a unit that's smaller DINS, well, here's your answer. So I think the idea is neat. That's not what I was looking for. But it's going to work, don't get me wrong. So I would say the threads here come off kind of easy. It's a threaded plastic. You have your brass thread. But I would suggest maybe taking a little bit of, I don't know, either like some of your wife's fingernail polish and dab on there just a little bit, just to keep this tight. You don't want to use like Loctite in case you ever need to take it apart for whatever reason. You shouldn't, but maybe one day you want to cash in on the brass or something. I don't know. I would put something, these have a tendency to come unscrewed as you're trying to untwist your unit, or you can just try to tighten it up real tight and hopefully that'll work. You know, maybe a little bit of rubber cement in there. I don't know about, that's plastic. I don't know if you want to use rubber cement, it might eat the plastic up. Whatever is plastic safe, some type of a non-permanent adhesive just to keep that from unthreading. Now, with all that babbling, yeah, here's what you do. I hate to do it this way, but like I said, I couldn't find my smaller tripod. So, itty bitty. They go in there like yonder, and they tighten up. Once again. Now, it's catching on my fire extinguisher. You have these kind of funky looking adapters, but they work. They got plenty of clearance in there, so you're able to get your stuff in there. And let me grab grab my ground clamp here. And I'm not going to hook everything up right now, but just to show you that there you go. Ground. Of course, I got the ground in the wrong one, but that's okay. This is just for demonstration purposes only. And as you can see, plenty of clearance in there for your leads. When you go to unscrew this, it does have a tendency to unscrew both, so you're going to have to hold onto this before you relieve your ground or your electrode holder. But you know, that might be something for you. Maybe you guys have, like I said, you got that Vulcan, not the Vulcan, the titanium. And maybe you'd like to use bigger leads. I wanted the length, and I didn't want to go to all the trouble to make new cables or order them or whatever. And now I don't have to take these apart and drill them all out. And so when the machine dies, I pull those out, throw this in the trash, and I've got connectors if I ever decide to get a titanium or whatever rig might have smaller deals. Now I haven't used these yet, so if you guys stay tuned here in the next couple of days, I'll try to get some videos of this particular machine. I found some 7018 rods that seem to work really well for me. They don't get real good reviews, and they come from Chucky 2009's favorite place. I kind of went out on a limb there and bought them. I didn't know if they were going to be good or not. Like I said, they don't get very good reviews, but by golly, they work great for me. Yeah, I haven't had real good luck with 7018s. That's one of the few 7018s that I fired up and ran pretty good right off the bat, next to the Vulcans, which seem to work pretty good. But anyway, we'll get into that. You guys already know my whiny part about the my not good luck with the big box store 7018s and all that. We won't get into that. Anyway, so I just thought I'd bring that up. That's kind of a it's not what I wanted, but it's kind of a neat idea, and it's an adapter. It's reusable. You can switch it to machine, whatever you need to do. So I thought that's kind of cool. And then that's something you'll have. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the split up between machines that have the smaller DINs versus the bigger DINs. I think most of your, like the Lincoln has the big DINs, the Vulcan has the big DINs. Obviously, this and the titanium don't. But anyway, that's just for informational stuff. I seemed like I had something else in there. hopefully that'll help you guys out if you've run into the same problem. I didn't know these existed until I accidentally bought them. Thank you, Cyberweld. I do appreciate it. I didn't, you know, they did, and they came fast. Anyway, like I said, I'm not sponsored by Cyberweld or any of these other guys. That's all I got. It seemed like I had something else I was going to throw. Anyway, stay tuned. I got some steel that I'm going to use these new 7018 rods on. I also want to do a comparison between the Lincoln Big Box Store, the Vulcan 7018, which I like, and now this Radnor. Yeah, Radnor brand from Airgas that seemed to work pretty good for me so far. I haven't used a lot of them, but I've burned about 2 or 3 of them just to see what happened, and they seem to be very fluid. And so I want to do some videos on that using this little guy here. I used this little guy because I figured, you know, it's the least of the machines I have, and let's see what happens. And it burned them well. And so far, this is actually a neat little machine. I'm sorry they don't make this anymore. Because you look at it and you can laugh at it, but laugh all you want. I don't know how long it's going to last. I've had it for a couple of years now, but it does well. Unfortunately, it's a 240 volt machine, so I think that might have been one of the reasons why they might have, you know, you're stuck with this, and not everybody has 240, and I completely understand that. So I wish they, but being inverter, there's no reason they couldn't have made it a 120, 240, but whatever. That's just me speaking. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and checking that out. Hopefully that will help you guys out. If you need something like that, check some of your local, I don't know if your local welding stores have that, or check online, or, you know, Amazon or something like that. I don't know. I prefer buying something like this from a actual welding supply store. That's just my opinion. Thank you guys for stopping by. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'll try to kick out some more videos. It's been real busy. Your boss is making me work weekends, so you need to talk to your boss and have him knock that stuff off. Anyway, thanks a lot for stopping by. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will hopefully come up with some neat videos of me using this itty-bitty machine with these new little, I might get my hand out of it, with these new little connectors and some new 7018 rods. So with that, you guys have a great rest of the week, and thanks a lot. We'll see you soon. If I can find the, where is it?